If you are thinking about building or upgrading a PC right now, you have probably noticed something painful happening with DDR5 memory prices. They have gone absolutely through the roof, and suddenly that shiny new platform upgrade does not look quite so attractive anymore. Here's the thing though, real-world performance differences between DDR4 and DDR5 are surprisingly small for most users. We are talking single-digit percentage gains that you will barely notice outside of synthetic benchmarks. This is exactly why building an AM4 system with DDR4 or upgrading the RAM on your current setup has become one of the smartest moves on a tight budget. You get 90+% of the performance at a fraction of the cost, and that is not compromise. That is just being clever with your money. Today, I am breaking down 7 of the best DDR4 memory kits on the market, and more importantly, I am going to help you figure out which one actually makes sense for your specific needs. All the product links are in the description below. Let's dive in. Starting with one of the most trusted names in PC memory, the Corsair Vengeance LPX is what I would call the workhorse of the RAM world. This kit runs at 3200 MHz with CL16 timings, delivering solid performance for virtually any task you throw at it. But here is what really sets the LPX apart from the competition: its incredibly low-profile design at just 34 mm tall. If you have ever tried to install RAM only to realize your massive CPU cooler is blocking the slots, you know exactly why this matters. Picture this scenario: you have just invested in a beefy Noctua air cooler for your video editing workstation, and suddenly half the RAM on the market becomes impossible to install. The Vengeance LPX solves that problem entirely. Beyond the practical height advantage, this kit has built a legendary reputation for rock-solid stability across generations of builds. It is the kind of memory you install once, enable XMP in your BIOS, and then completely forget about because it just works month after month. Now, if you are running an AMD Ryzen system, particularly with a 5000 series processor, the G.Skill Ripjaws V running at 3600 MHz becomes incredibly appealing. Here is something many people do not realize. AMD Ryzen processors have what is called an infinity fabric, and when your RAM speed matches it at a 1:1 ratio, you unlock noticeably better performance across the board. 3600 MHz hits that sweet spot perfectly, allowing the Infinity Fabric to run at 1800 MHz without any desync penalties. The difference is especially visible in CPU-intensive games and productivity tasks like compiling code or rendering 3D scenes in Blender. Compared to the Corsair LPX, you are getting that extra speed bump that AMD systems genuinely benefit from, while the Ripjaws V maintains a reasonable 42 mm height that clears most aftermarket coolers. Game developers working in Unreal Engine have reported noticeably faster light baking and build compilation times with this kit. If your workflow involves heavy multitasking or AMD-specific optimizations, this is the direction to go. For those who believe a PC should be as beautiful as it is powerful, the G.Skill Trident Z RGB takes everything great about the Ripjaws V and wraps it in what might be the most stunning RGB implementation on the market. Each module features 8 independently addressable lighting zones that sync with your motherboard software, whether you are using Asus Aura, MSI Mystic Light, or Gigabyte RGB Fusion. The performance specs are identical to the Ripjaws V with 3600 MHz, so you are not sacrificing anything for aesthetics. Imagine streaming on Twitch with your PC visible on camera. That rainbow wave effect cascading across your memory modules creates an instant visual hook that viewers absolutely notice. The dual-tone brushed aluminum heat spreader in black and silver looks premium from every angle. For streamers, content creators who showcase their setups, or anyone who wants their PC to look as good as it performs, the Trident Z RGB delivers an experience cheaper alternatives cannot match. Switching gears to the value segment, the Silicon Power Value Gaming Kit proves you do not need premium prices to get premium performance. Running at 3200 MHz with CL16 timings, this kit matches options that cost significantly more from bigger brands. Silicon Power has been manufacturing memory since 2003, and their quality control shows in reliability reports from users building their first systems. The conservative gray aluminum heat spreader might not win any beauty contests, but it fits seamlessly into both gaming rigs and professional workstations without looking out of place. What I appreciate most about this kit is its honest approach. No flashy marketing gimmicks, just solid memory that does exactly what it promises. For first-time builders watching their budget carefully, or anyone setting up a secondary PC, this makes incredible financial sense without the compromises you might expect at this price tier. The Kingston Fury Beast brings decades of memory expertise into a kit that absolutely lives up to its aggressive name. Kingston has been making RAM longer than most of us have been building PCs, and that experience translates into exceptional reliability you can count on. This kit runs at 3200 MHz with CL16 timings, but where it really shines is in content creation workflows that demand consistent performance. Video editors working in Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve will appreciate how smoothly their timelines scrub with 32 GB of fast memory backing their projects. Compared to the Silicon Power kit at similar specs, the Fury Beast offers that extra peace of mind from a brand that has earned trust over literal decades. The stylized black heat spreader looks professional without being flashy, perfect for creators who want their PC to look serious. If you are building a dedicated editing workstation or a hybrid system for both gaming and creative work, this strikes an excellent balance. The Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro SL represents Corsair's answer to the demand for beautiful RGB memory that actually fits in more builds. The SL stands for slightly low, and at 44mm it is shorter than the original RGB Pro while maintaining those gorgeous 10-zone individually addressable LEDs. Running at 3600 MHz, this kit is optimized for AMD Ryzen systems and integrates seamlessly with Corsair's IQE software ecosystem. If you already have Corsair peripherals like a keyboard or AIO cooler, having your RAM sync perfectly with everything creates a cohesive lighting experience that mixed ecosystems simply cannot achieve. The white version deserves special mention because quality white RGB memory options are surprisingly rare. Building an all-white themed PC? This is essentially your only premium choice that will not look out of place in that aesthetic. Finally, the Patriot Viper Steel closes out our list as possibly the best-kept secret in the memory market. This kit runs at 3200 MHz with CL16 timings and costs less than almost any comparable option from bigger brands. But do not let the budget price fool you. Patriot hand tests every single kit before shipping, which is remarkable quality assurance at this price point. The gunmetal steel gray finish gives it a unique tactical aesthetic that stands out from black heat spreaders dominating the market. Here is something enthusiasts have discovered. Many of these kits have hidden overclocking headroom. Users regularly report pushing them beyond rated speeds with minimal voltage adjustments, gaining extra performance essentially for free. For pure value seekers who want reliable performance with room to grow, this is genuinely hard to beat. So let us wrap this up. If cooler clearance is your primary concern, the Corsair Vengeance LPX with its tiny 34mm profile is the safest choice. For AMD Ryzen builders wanting to maximize their platform, either the G.Skill Ripjaws V or Corsair RGB Pro SL at 3600 MHz will hit that optimal infinity fabric ratio. Content creators should look at the Kingston Fury Beast for proven reliability. If stunning RGB aesthetics matter as much as performance, the G.Skill Trident Z RGB remains king. Budget builders cannot go wrong with either Silicon Power for pure savings or Patriot Viper Steel for value plus overclocking potential. Remember, with DDR5 prices where they are right now, maximizing a DDR4 platform is genuinely the smart play. Whichever you choose, do not forget to enable XMP in your BIOS after installation. Links to every product are in the description. If this guide helped, subscribe to keep these comparisons coming. Thanks for watching and happy building!